Are you empathic? Being an empath does not mean you necessarily have empathy for others. Having empathy does not necessarily mean you are empathic. Empathy is the ability to imagine the emotional plight of others. It is not the same thing as actually resonating with it, as if it is yours. Empathy is of the mental realm of imagination. Being empathic is not a mental ability to begin with, but it may take mental abilities to function clearly with it. Many empaths are so openly empathic they lack the abilities of response, the responsibilities for having empathy for others, or even the empathy for themselves. If an empathic person is so energetically open that they're unable to take care of their own needs, they may lose their abilities of having empathy of themselves or others. They may also have never learned to have empathy growing up. As an openly empathic person, they are still empathic. They just have no control over their empathic abilities. This is something that is not discussed openly within the empathic community. We must resist throwing similar sounding words into the same definitions, or we'll lose our own connections to our voices and the meanings those voices can have. Some wear the label of being empathic as if it's a badge of honor, as if they are more special than others due to the fact they are empathic. Being empathetic is also not the same thing as being empathic. Many get confused with the meanings of these words. They falsely believe these words are interchangeable. Having empathy and being empathetic tend to deal with the abilities to imagine another's feelings or emotional condition. That is not the same thing as actually feeling the other person's feelings, emotions, and energies. These are very fine discernments to have. Another reality that many lose sight of is the fact being empathic is actually a natural part of being human. Though some have lost touch with their own humanity and thus their natural state of being empathic. We're moving beyond a societal time where people use the label of being empathic as an identifier and moving into a space of time where being empathic is truly an aspect of being a multidimensional being that is spiritually conscious of their humanity. Humanity is awakening from third-dimensional mind constructs and transcending their third-dimensional projected selves and encountering their spirits and souls. Humanity is learning to comprehend they're not coming from Earth, but they're actually visiting Earth as spirit beings, incarnating into their physical embodiments. Humanity is learning to take its rightful place within the realm of spirit. We're moving beyond a space of time where the identity of a person is seen for what it is. The id, the mind of the entity itself, must be transcended to see beyond its own projections that it casts.
The id is the primitive, basic, and fully unconscious part of personality. It contains all of the unconscious energy that is directed toward fulfilling a person's most basic needs. According to Freud, the id is the source of all psychic energy, making it the primary component of personality. The id is the only component of personality that is present from birth. This aspect of personality is entirely unconscious and includes instinctive and primitive behaviors. And said again,
We are moving beyond a space of time where the identity of a person is seen for what it is. The id, the mind of the entity itself, must be transcended to see beyond its own projections that it casts. We're moving beyond the time of being convolutedly lost and controlled by the tethers of the projections of others as well. We are spiritual beings emanating from our souls, having these human experiences as we learn to embody into our physical incarnations on Earth. While we wear the garments of the Earth, we are cosmic beings of light.